Hey guys, it's Concierge Adrianne here for another Gulf County Live, and today we are talking all about scallop season. The St. Joseph Bay scallop season just started on Monday, and although we had a tropical storm come in on the same day as opening day, we are having a lot of boats go out. People are already starting to scallop, and we're seeing a lot of those people coming back with their limits. And so we're actually right here at Frank Pate Park, which is a great way to access St. Joseph Bay. And we've been sitting here for a couple minutes, and there are boats going out, more and more boats. So we just want to get on here, tell you a little bit about scallop season, and tell you how you can safely recreate in our bay to make sure that you stay safe, our bay stays safe, and how we all can have a great time doing this wonderful thing for the entire family. So we're going to walk over here. We're actually right here at the gazebo pier, whatever you want to call it, right here in Port St. Joe. And we are looking southward down here towards the head of the bay. And so just to make it a little bit easier for you guys, I have a map here so you can see. We are right here at Frank Pate Boat Ramp. And then Black's Island is kind of a good landmark if you are looking for scallops. A lot of the scallops are going to be back south behind Black's Island, kind of like in this little U shape. So that is where all these boats are headed to right now for the most part. You can actually, I don't know if you can see, but there's a line about 3 of them headed that way. There is actually some channels that you want to make sure you look at before you get on your boat. So there are some channels that go around the other side of Black's Island this way, that kind of comes into here, and there's a few channels that go this way. And why the channels are important is so that you don't mess up our seagrass beds. So we have a lot of boats in St. Joseph Bay during this time of year. People fishing, people scalloping, and the seagrasses are what's important. The scallops are in our bay because of the seagrass. They love that seagrass. They help feed the scallops. They actually attach onto those seagrasses too when they spawn. So make sure that you trim up your motor, you go slow. We may make sure we do not have any prop scars. And from what I understand, there might be some people out there watching you, making sure you don't do that. And if you do, it's not good. So just make sure you are well aware. There's navigational maps online already that you can look at. Blue Water Outriggers have navigational maps. So that's before you get in the water. Make sure you know where those channels are. Now, what about how to get in the water? So right now we're at Frank Pate Park. This is one of the biggest areas to come into St. Joseph Bay for scalloping. This weekend, because it'll be the first weekend, is going to be pretty busy. So if you're planning to come in, be aware of what's going on. The Port St. Joe City and City Police are having a new route that is going to start pretty much this weekend. You can go to their Facebook page to see that route, but basically, instead of pulling all the way out and making a line into Highway 98, you'll make a line behind, I don't exactly know what that road is, but behind kind of where the Hungry Howie's is, and then go up and around. So then that way, we're not putting traffic back out into Highway 98. And there's plenty of parking here. You can park. Be aware that a lot of the parking is going to be at the Baptist Church old parking lot. They ask you not to park on their grass because they want to keep their grass pretty. But you can still park, but just please don't park on their grass. Now, what about scalloping? What do I need to know if I've never been scalloping before? Well, you need to have a diver down flag on your boat. You need to have a saltwater fishing license if you're over 16. And the best thing to have is a snorkel, a mask, gloves. Sometimes gloves are really great to have, water shoes, and then a net. And more like a net bag so you can carry the scallops. That way you don't have to take them back to the boat every single time. So basically the really great thing that we can say about scalloping is, and I have one to show you, this is an old one, so he's not alive anymore. This is what you're looking for. Obviously these guys will have a lot more color on them. Most of the time this side is going to be in the sand, so you're going to see this, and a lot of times they have like a little bit of an opening, like about this much. And all around here are some really beautiful blue eyes. So you're going to look for that in the sun, or either this in the seagrass or on the edge of the seagrass in the sand. And this is what you're finding. So it's what we call like a little underwater Easter egg hunt. It's a really cool way, and I'll give you guys a little tip. What we like to do on our boat is on the first one you clean. So if you want to know how to clean them, there's lots of great videos on YouTube. You can ask us, we'll show you. But basically you'll have like one little piece of meat here, and you'll want to cut off the top. And you'll have like this little piece of meat, hopefully about the size of your thumb. That's a good size piece of meat. And then you'll just get all the innards off, and you'll have that little piece of meat left. It's white meat. It's wonderful. It kind of takes on the flavor of anything you cook it in. A lot of people cook it in just garlic and butter. And just make it really easy. But here's a secret, okay? Eat it raw. Give the first try, eat it raw off the boat. It's kind of like eating oysters raw. It's not going to hurt you. It's really great. It kind of just tastes a little salty because it's been in the bay, but that's about it. It's kind of like our little tradition that we do on our boat each year. So we've talked about being prepared before you go. That also includes weather. Make sure that you are weather prepared. We do have some pop-up storms that still happen this time of year. You want to make sure that you know where to go to get into the bay and how to do some scalloping. But let's talk about a little bit of other things. And let me grab my piece of paper so I don't forget. So we talked about the seagrasses. Seagrasses are very, very important. Let's talk about bag limits. And I have my paper so I give you the right bag limits. It's 2 gallons of whole bay scallops in the shell, like this, 2 gallons, or a pint unshucked per person. However, if you have more than 5 people or a big group of people on your boat, you still can only get a maximum of 10 gallons of whole bay scallops in the shell, or half a gallon, which is 4 pints shucked. So there is that for your bag limits. Again, you need a saltwater fishing license to get on the water and get these. Also, there's a lot of really great sunscreens that are reef safe. You think reefs, reefs that you want to snorkel in. Our seagrasses also get damaged by sunscreen. So look for that reef safe sunscreen. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's worth the cost to make sure that our seagrasses stay protected. So again, make sure you don't get prop scars, and then the reef safe sunscreen is really great. We talked about the diver down flag. You must have that deployed when anyone is in the water. There's lots and lots of boats out here, guys, especially on the weekends. So you want to make sure to be aware, go slow, look for those diver down flags. Make sure you deploy your diver down flags to make sure no one gets injured out there. And then let's see what's else. I think that's it. Except for be respectful. Again, like I said, there is a lot of people out there, a lot of boats. We have a lot of people using this boat ramp during the weekends and on the weekdays. So be patient, be kind, and also take your trash off the boat. Make sure it doesn't fly on the waterways. If trash does fly out, turn around, go back and get it. If you see trash, even if you're snorkeling and you see a can, you see something that has been down there, pick it up. It's not going to hurt you. You can make sure, when you snorkel, you can put that in your little net bag when you're snorkeling around looking for those scallops. But we guys want you to have a fun, safe time doing this. We know a lot of people come into Port St. Joe and get onto the bay to do this. It is a really fun activity, but we want to make sure you do it safely and do it so that everyone can enjoy this for years to come. We've been working on a restoration project with FWC since 2016. We want our population of our scallops to grow and to be, vibrant and successful for many years down the line. So, if you're not going to eat them, you don't really know what you're going to do with the scallops, please come scalloping, enjoy it, snorkel in our bay. It's beautiful. But then if you're not going to eat it, then just leave it and let it go for the next person, or let it spawn again. So hope you guys have so much fun out there. Post your photos in this capture or this post. We want to see you. We want to see you having fun out there, being safe, wearing your snorkel mask, that diver down flag, and we hope you have a wonderful time. And we cannot wait to see you back here in Gulf County. See you guys next week.